Grant Daniel now.
It's Grant Daniel.
The gold logie this year. Oh my God, it's Grant Daniel.
And our mum, Shezzy Daniel. She's really crazy.
It's all true.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya.
Ooh, and George.
Hey. Hello, guys. I tell you what, you should jump onto the YouTube right now because at least two of us look really good right now, and it's Grant and Shezzy Daniel with their new camera. Wow.
Yeah, time to up-spec this little podcast of ours. We've got a proper camera now, which will sort of just make it a little bit more high definition if you're watching along on YouTube, which means that you can just see Shezzy's blackheads a lot easier, which is great.
It is great, because why did you have to pick today of all days when I'm sounding like a...
croaky and rusty old nail?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a bit crook.
It's a more chiseled version of the podcast. I think, you know, the previous cameras were kind of flattening us out, but now you can see every single crease.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fabulous.
It's gonna
hold my face like
it's
this.
motivation to ensure that we go to the gym.
I don't think the gym's going to
And
help
eat
my
properly.
wrinkly face.
No, and it's also a reminder, yes, exactly, that we need Botox.
No, mind you.
Color-coded too. We're all wearing blue today. That's quite the coincidence. We never
are.
arranged this.
It's bloody cute we are. God, we're cute.
No, we don't
It's
need...
just so us, isn't it? It's so us.
We don't need Botox. We need Boost Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been using Boost Lab. George, I should send you some. I love it.
Please. I've been watching the stories that you put up and seeing everything that you're doing with those guys, and it looks incredible.
It's so much fun. I've got all these little, what do you call them, bottles everywhere. Yeah, and I mix up my little
Serums.
concoctions. And
You've got bloody vitamins you're whacking on your face.
Grant's been hating it because I've been putting them on him. So,
Yeah, I feel like
I've seen a difference though.
yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. On who?
On me.
The both of you, the pair of you, just glowing more so this episode as opposed to the last.
Grant gets a bit poopy when I say, like, he's trying to go to sleep and I say, I've got to put some vitamin C on you.
I'm literally just closing my eyes and then just something gets squirted in my eyeball as I'm going to sleep, which is lovely.
I don't squirt it in your eyeball. I put
you're
it on
just
my
a bit,
hand
you're a
and
bit
then...
rough with your coverage. Can I just say you're a bit rough with your hands? I've seen you with the kids with the sunscreen, and can I just say that a slight lack of attention to detail.
Did they get sunburnt?
Well,
No.
certainly not on the eyeball after you got a good coating on there of 50 plus.
Oh.
Dad, I can't see. Mum's done it again. It stings. It burns. It burns. I said, I know, darling. I know.
Well, after the smells episode, we had a couple of people write in about their favourite smells.
Did the authorities reach out after that episode?
Not yet, but I'm still waiting for that call.
I don't
Thanks,
think
George.
any of us incriminated any of us, did we? I don't think so.
Well, nobody's admitted to it, so I don't know which auntie you were talking about. But
Wow, but she will remain nameless.
I've had a couple of
And
really...
it wasn't a real auntie. It was one of those really good family friends that you call auntie. You know what I mean? She's always been auntie to me, Auntie X. But not an actual genuine. If you went through our family tree, officer, you won't find the offender because she's not a real family member.
Therefore, we have nothing to do with it,
Yep.
even by
That's right.
association.
That's
So
right.
sucked in.
We did have
Detective.
a couple of messages from people... Oh, we've got a fly in the studio.
Okay, unnecessary.
Camera will pick that up.
Bit of detail. But,
Oh my gosh! Do you know how much I hate flies? I absolutely hate. I'm gonna have to kill it.
oh my God. Can
my
we
God.
just finish your story?
We had a couple of messages from people talking about smells, which were pretty gross that we won't read out. I don't want to encourage that type of messaging.
So it was in our little our short episode, wasn't it? That we
Yeah.
discussed smells that take you back to a time or a place or a person.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. So it's some gross ones, but
What have we
Grant
got
can
here?
read this one out.
Smells, bleach. Ah, yes. Petrol. I am an old rev head and grew up in garages. The smell of dope is instantaneously recognizable. Because you were asked this question, I remember. You said you were wandering the streets going for walks.
Yes.
And you asked me whether marijuana, the hooch, the wacky tobacco had a sweet smell to it. And this this listener of the podcast says, George is smelling ice.
Oh, really?
The sweet smell is in fact ice.
This is from a police officer.
Oh my God. It actually is from a police officer. Dope smells gross. This person jumps around a lot. Dope smells. George is smelling ice. The sweet smell is ice. Dope smells gross. Love the Sunday sesh.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
meant to be doing the folding, but I stopped and watched the YouTube instead. Lol. Much more fun.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's from a
Can you
police
get-
officer. There you
I
go.
won't say
A
which
weird
police officer
question.
it was, but that's someone who's listened for quite a long time and someone who knows, mate, because that's their game.
Yeah,
So-
that's their
I was
job.
going to say, well, my next question, if we can communicate through the podcast to them, is is it dangerous? Can you get a bit of a high from walking around the streets just doing your own thing? And you
like a
smell
secondary whiff.
Maybe it's a drug
hang
lab.
on.
Yeah, maybe. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you live next door to a meth lab?
No.
I don't know. I can see them right now. I can get them on the podcast later on, maybe.
Yeah.
Are they the people who make the dumplings, or have they left?
Are they diversifying their business interests?
That's their secret. That's the secret ingredient. Bloody ice.
Methamphetamine is. Oh God, I knew that. I had the 10 herbs and spices. I just couldn't pick the 11th. It's meth.
It's probably something like cooking honey or something. And you
Imagine
when
it's a
you
grandma. It's a grandma making Anzac biscuits
Yeah,
for
or
Anzac Day,
toffee.
and you've just dumped her in it as a meth lab.
Yeah.
Poor thing. If she is listening, I do apologise, but I think there's something a bit more sinister than Anzac cookies going on in this neighbourhood.
Do you?
Okay.
I was just
I won't
thinking.
disclose my location, but
No,
we'll get to
don't.
the bottom one day.
Where are you based? King's Cross? What's the?
No, don't.
Yeah. Level 9,
Yeah, level 9 of the.
the strippers.
This is
of
all getting really
Porkies?
weird.
Porkies?
Porkies.
That was one. Yeah,
Porkies.
I think that's what it was called, wasn't it?
Who would want to go to see strippers called Porkies?
Well, sounds like a pretty funny name.
Some
to
people
me.
would.
Would they? Well, I feel like Porkies is what
Isn't that
I do
some-
in my bathroom each night.
What the heck? What?
Porkies.
In my undies when I walk out, the kids go, "Woo, do us a dance!" You know, when you're trying to walk in to put your pajamas on, and they're like, "Oh, I love your fat tummy, mum." That's Porkies.
Oh, you're doing the Porky Pig version. See, we immediately went to porking, as in like bonking.
Oh,
And you go, and that's what I do in my bloody wardrobe every night. And I'm like, I wasn't even invited.
oh, that was a bit weird. The police are going to rein us in on this episode, aren't they? All right, George, we sent you on a date through the week. Yeah, so we've been pressing you for weeks now to introduce us to your new, better half.
So set us up, mate. For
Yeah.
those who might be just tuning into the podcast for the first time, I've joked, and you know what? I feel bad that for a good 6 or 7 seasons now, I've made fun of your chronic masturbating because you're just a young fella, just finding himself, just exploring his sexuality, and just you know enjoying everything that our gracious God has given us. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that.
Figuring
no
out what
judgment here.
works. Yeah.
Exactly. Figuring out how it works before you put it into real action. And I appreciate your dedication and your commitment to the research that you have done to ensure that you're a great future lover, right? Now,
Yeah.
while I do feel a little bad that I made a lot of fun out of you in the early days, you have found love. Is this can we call it love, or is it just a partner? I
This
don't know.
is
You talk.
absolutely love. Look, to any single people out there who are wanting to find love, all you've got to do is get onto a podcast with 2 A-grade celebrities in Australia. It survive about 7 to 8 seasons, and then eventually somebody will take the bait and end up as your girlfriend. But no, it's true. I'm in love, guys, and it's the best feeling ever.
Whoa, that is
Hit
beautiful.
a sound effect or something.
That is
there, like a
cute.
nice.
We're happy for you, brother. We really are. It's
Thank you, guys.
just to watch you blossom, not only professionally but personally as well, is a great honour as our sort of pseudo mum and dad to you, as well as mentors
Mentals.
and mentals.
And mentals.
It's how. So it was the podcast, right? You're talking we're talking a super fan here has reached out.
Really was the podcast, yeah. So this is the first kind of red flag I did have, not going to lie. So she does slide into the DMs and she does confess that she is a big fan of the podcast. Even her best friend says that she listens to the podcast. And, you go, okay, I'll embrace it just for a little bit. I'll see how this goes. And I realized, no, she's not crazy. She's very, very normal. She's just a delightful human being who enjoys the content we create and isn't a psycho that's going to kill me.
That's what her best friend said. Did her best friend say that with a gun up to her head? Like,
I had no
was it
word
a
from the actual
hostage
person.
situation at all? And this was how long ago?
This is about 6 months ago, right? So we've only been together for about 6 months now, and our first meeting was at Harvey Bay over the Christmas break. We had a bit of summer loving at the bay, and just decided to catch up and
Bit of whale
see.
watching.
Oh yeah, a bit of whale watching at the bay.
Yeah. Did you
Love
get in
me
the
some
water
whale
and just pull the ducks down and do the cheeky dive over the water and go, look, white whale, white whale?
I think you're the only
White
one who thinks
whale,
that's
yeah,
funny.
the big sea snake out and about.
Oh, it's Migaloo.
That's what you
And then
called
we
me.
left the bay and we were like, you know what? We don't want this to ever end. So we pretty much soon after that decided, let's try the dating thing. And one thing led to another. And we're now living together and happily loving life. And we did go on a date, as Shezzy just mentioned. Microphones were hooked up. We had a lot of fun. I think you guys expected it to be a little bit more fancy and upbeat.
Well,
but
we said that we wanted to send you on a date, right? So that's why I said go and find a really nice restaurant, because I know that you're young, and I was hoping that you might take us somewhere really nice. So we're paying
Trust
for
the
it. So,
idea.
okay, all right.
So if you're a fan
You'll
of the
be very
podcast and you're a fan of our George, and you're proud of his achievements, and you want to follow this relationship thoroughly through, here's a little sample of George and Bum Nugget 07 out on one of their first dates with George's creepy hidden microphone.
All right, my beautiful, sweet heart, Carly, how are you feeling?
Nervous,
What are you most nervous about?
dying while I run.
Do you usually feel
Why she runs?
nervous when we go on date night?
No,
But you feel nervous because we're about to go for a run and then do date night.
correct.
This is our first time running together.
We've walked.
Oh, this is
though.
cute.
Are you happy to share this with all of the listeners of the podcast
I mean, we can edit it so it doesn't sound like I'm dead.
to make us sound like elite athletes?
Yeah.
What's the method we're doing today?
Run for 2 minutes, walk for 3.
Is this the most romantic thing you've ever done in your life?
Oh, I mean, there's nothing romantic about me sweating and going, trying to catch my breath.
What you and I find romantic is very different, is what I've learned right now.
Do you find that romantic?
Single blokes, if you're listening, do not do this as a first date. All right, you ready?
No.
Okay. We're just doing a nice, gentle jog right
This
now.
is not gentle,
This
George.
is very gentle for me.
I feel
Is this like a
someone's
sprint for
gonna
you?
have He's going to have a heart attack,
Legs
doesn't he?
in me. Just
God,
settle.
I hope you're running right now, by the way.
Stride, you've got this, yeah, nice.
I already want to die.
That's not the effect we want fitness to have on you.
My shins hurt.
Think of the pizza we're having after this. Okay, well, after some off-air discussions, we've decided that 2 minutes running and 3 minutes.
2 minutes too long.
So we're going to stick to the 2 minutes and we're just going to have a 5-minute.
Walk.
You got to start somewhere, right?
You do. Oh, is that car just there?
Our car? Yeah. It's on the other side of that bridge.
Yay, I closed my move ring. We've been going for 30 minutes. That's the most I've done since year 12. Really?
And you're like 50 now, right?
Stop it.
You little cougar. Around.
Creep.
Creep. Who, you?
Yeah.
Give us a growl,
this is
you
so
little
cute.
cougar.
Wow.
This is making me horny.
More rowier when I first met you.
Roddy. Run to the car.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Cross here.
Detour. Yeah, make me go on the grass and break my ACL. You're close enough.
If we break an ACL, no, to the car, we've got to touch it. If we break an ACL doing this, there's something severely wrong with our health.
There is. Listen to me.
All right, ready?
Oh my God. I'm dying.
Oh, he's going to resuscitate her. Mouth to mouth.
G'day there, can I please grab 2 chicken nugget deals?
What?
Meal deals?
George!
What have you
Yes,
run
please.
to McDonald's?
Large, thank you. Just Coke, no sugar.
Spared no expense at
healthy.
this date.
Here you go, sweetie. Use my card.
Remember that time we went through
Red Rooster.
Gee,
and
that's
the lady was
modern.
like, that'll be 1 or 32 minutes. Why are all our stories in a drive-thru? Do you think that's why we work so well together? Like, we're not going to judge each other because of our food choices?
Correct.
We do aim to only do it twice a week, though.
Yep. Pizza on a Tuesday, and then a GYG day on Sundays.
On Sundays. Although we have been doing this for about 6 months now, aiming to do that for 6 months. Have we successfully done that?
No. But we went for a run today, and I feel like when I run, it makes me less...
Hungry?
No. I was going to say makes me not want to eat junk food, but here we are in a Macca's drive-thru, so...
Honestly, the real reason we eat so much is because our oven broke.
Yep.
We used to cook so much in that oven. Sorry, the owners before us used to cook so much.
I moved in and I asked George how to turn the stove on or use the oven. He was like, I don't know. I've never turned it on. He lived there for 2 years. 2 years.
Microwave pretty well. The poor microwave even got abandoned. I was just doing takeaway all the time.
He used to tell me that, I'd be like, what are you having for dinner? He'd be like, chicken and vegetables. It was Red Rooster.
I was getting a Red's box down in 10 of the cheesy
I
nuggets.
guess you could say it was chicken and vegetables because it was chicken and potatoes with the chips.
Yeah, the potato gravy. I wasn't lying. I just left out the fact that I left my house at midnight to go and get dinner because I was too lazy to do it in the afternoon after work.
Because you'd always eat in front of me, and then I'd try and FaceTime you, and you'd text me, and you'd be like, I don't want to eat in front of you, it's disgusting. And
So
that's why. Because you were lying about
I didn't want you to think.
eating.
I didn't want you to think that I was a fast food addict.
You are.
Well, how do you feel
It's fine.
about dating a fast food addict?
We're in it together, baby.
So anyway, look, if you're out there and you're in a similar situation to us,
You're not alone.
You're not alone, but get out. Get out quickly.
Run.
Get help.
It's a steep slope.
3710.
Thank you.
Oh, you're right. Sorry about the wait.
Nah, it's okay. Been a busy one? Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Oh, look. Got the night sorted.
Wine! That we won at trivia!
Whee!
We don't even drink wine. But we will. We're on a budget.
If anybody wants Hardy's The Riddle Shiraz,
Shirazzle dazzle.
we're gonna have a competition. Just inbox George on
At
Instagram.
_GSarge on Instagram, or the more popular account, bumnugget07.
And tell us why you deserve to win the wine,
And we will send it to you.
and we will send you a photo of us drinking it.
What an honour. What an absolute privilege. A video of us drinking wine to you. We'll even sign it. And we'll make sure we show it in the video.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yes.
Thank you very much. Cheers. They are so overseeing us.
I feel like I'm sitting in the back seat.
I know.
Who was that?
Thus begins our burping and farting journey for a Tuesday night. Can you give us one?
Nope.
It's all true.
I don't fart, nor do I burp.
That's such a lie. That's a dangerous thing to say because I will one day get audio of you burping and farting and prove you wrong. Oh my god.
Jeez. Someone crack a window open.
Stop.
Are you well? I had a coffee for the first time today.
You're a coffee gal.
I am a coffee
I
gal.
feel like I'm sitting in
Forever
the
or
back
just-
seat.
Yeah, this
listening.
feels wrong. I feel like
I feel
I'm
like you're about
No,
to
I
start
think if you
bashing,
wanna
and
go
I'm
for
like,
coffees,
I need to
coffee
get out.
a couple of weirdos sitting in the back seat of the car.
Instead of being a child and having a hot chockey.
You had an iced caramel latte.
Yeah.
I think you got to start on the soft stuff.
I think it's the same as running. You just got to start somewhere, you know?
Should we start up a business?
And call it, you got to start somewhere.
You
Are
gotta
we now
start
listening to
somewhere
your
and it's just
planning your future?
us for the rest of our lives, continuously starting a diet,
Starting a
Health.
business. It's only half a business.
our whole life will just be a continuous startup,
cute.
and nothing will ever be complete.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
We'll half get married, we'll
Marriage?
half have a kid.
We're talking about marriage.
We do sometimes half have a kid.
What?
What?
Well, that was nice. What did you think of dinner?
Good.
And got?
Fab.
And now we've had a shower.
Uh-oh.
I learnt that you put shampoo first and then conditioner
Yeah.
as a process.
There is a process.
God,
I can't believe it's
George. Oh my
taken
God.
Didn't know
21
that.
years of life.
I can't believe you have so much hair coming out of your head.
Help.
Why do you put it on me as a hairboard?
I don't put it on you because we don't shower together.
Yeah, we do.
We don't.
It's all true.
My mother listens to this podcast.
Nothing more than us just getting clean in the shower.
What?
Anyway, we're in bed now. About to wind down.
I'm wound down.
I'm down. I'm actually asleep. We're sleep recording this. Pretty successful date?
Yeah.
Out of 10.
What?
What was the date?
10.
Oh. Sweet. All right, well, work tomorrow.
Not for me.
Must be nice.
Day off. Woo woo.
Better get some sleep. Lots of love.
XOXO.
Love you.
TT Whale. Mwah!
Oh my God. I feel like I'm living next door to you and the walls are paper thin.
Yeah,
have
that's what
so
it's like
many
to live in a
questions.
duplex with us.
It was, I don't know if that was an ad for Fitness First or for Red Rooster or what the hell that was.
But it was so cute.
It was cute as hell. It was as long as War and Peace. But now I feel like I really got to know her in the flesh because, ladies and gentlemen, here she is in the flesh. Bum Nuggets 07!
Hello.
What's your real name? Carly?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never called you that, obviously, as you can tell.
And it's not bum nuggets.
Oh, it's a bum nugget?
Bum nugget.
Okay, just singular nugget.
Carly, welcome to the podcast. I feel like I know you now, hearing George's burping and farting and God knows what else.
I feel
you
like
put
we
up
were
with
there for the
last-
entirety of the
my
relationship
God.
so far.
I tasted those nuggets. I have to ask you, first up, who calls you bum nugget and when did you get this name?
I thought it was a teacher, but I spoke to my mum, and apparently it was my dance teacher because I was a little shit.
That's why you're a bum nugget.
Right. And so you also did dancing. I'm super sleuthing here.
Yes. Yeah. When I was a kid.
Right.
Okay.
Styles, though. You did like musical theatre and tap and pop and all that, and taught dancing too to the young people of Blackhall, a little community in Central West Queensland. No one's ever heard of it.
Hey, shut up. We're not talking to you. Be quiet. What are you, her manager?
Leave.
Yeah, we're about to learn a whole lot more about George in this episode.
So he claims that you reached out first via DMs. Is this indeed true as Detective Denya puts his hat on?
It is.
Okay. What did you go with? What did you hit him with? Did you go just straight for
Hold
the
on.
heart?
Hold on, I want to know what made you reach out
Yeah.
to him. God, I feel like we're grilling you. It's actually we're not that tough.
He just put up a photo, and I was like, I'll just swipe up on it.
Oh,
Never in a million years did I think he'd actually reply though, and then he did, and I shat my
Because I'm
pants.
like Chris Hemsworth. Like, I don't reply to my fans.
hold on. So you swiped up. Is this a photo on Instagram or a photo on Tinder?
No, Instagram.
Instagram, right? Okay.
Right.
Was he by himself or was he surrounded with mates? Because
What was the photo?
yeah.
He put something up for Movember, so I commented on his Mo.
Nice. Well, he's a good dude. He likes to support charities and yeah.
Are you still growing that for this November?
Yeah, I am. I've decided to continue to grow so it'll actually be seeable in November this year. But
Right.
what was the comment you said? What was the comment you said about the Mo?
There's something about a seedy Mo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good line.
Something about it in a good way?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just something I said.
What was the emoji after the text though?
Oh, it was like love heart eyes.
Oh, yeah. Loves a dirty mo. That's cool. And when you met for the first time in the flesh, what was that like?
I was so nervous. So nervous. We went to the movies though, so it was pretty like don't ever do a movie as a first date.
Why
I
not?
think.
Why? Why is that?
Can't talk.
Oh,
of
of
course.
course. You're both looking forward and you can't look into each other's eyes and you can't talk. You're right. I never thought of
What
that.
was the movie?
Avatar 2. It went for
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's a long time.
we were like this the whole time. So we were touching each other or
Good movie, though.
That's a great movie, but it's not a movie. It's a
No, when you-
installment in
when
your
you-
life.
You're
It's
right.
3 hours.
If you just want to sort of,
Get to
rub
know
each
someone.
other's knees under the dinner table or, look into each other's eyes, you're right, that's not the first date.
Did George cry in Avatar
Did
too? Because I did.
yeah, I think he did when the was it the brother that passed away?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You've just spoiled that movie for everyone who hasn't
Sorry.
seen it. But yeah, I did cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so
So
did
did
we.
we, yeah. And we always look at each other in those movies and we're like, you're crying, you're crying, you're crying, you're crying. Yeah.
There's some dust on my 3D glasses and it's irritating my eyes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you went for this date. Was this in Blackhall? I don't know why we're grilling you. We're just so
This isn't a grilling.
we're just so into this
We're
whole story.
excited about fresh love. We should be celebrating. The world is an angry, nasty place. And when beautiful things happen and two great souls collide and their stars align, and love is formed, and we should celebrate this. This is amazing.
This is amazing.
Pretty special. It was the movies at Harvey Bay for the Avatar
Oh,
movie.
that's right.
Yeah.
Harvey Bay for the whale watching.
Yeah, for the whale watching.
Yeah.
And there was a few moments, guys, where I did kind of try to put my hand. Did I touch your knee at one point?
Ooh, spicy,
Oh.
spicy.
Oh,
No.
No,
She's
she's saying
not.
no. Did you want him to touch your knee?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Was that a bit forward? You've only just met.
I felt like it was a bit forward, but
Right.
What do the
Carly
families?
obviously moves faster. So.
What do the families say about moving in together?
They're pretty supportive. I think my mum stalked George, not gonna lie. And she was like, no, he seems lovely. So they were supportive.
Yeah, made sure that it was the right move. My parents were very happy with it too. It was the happiest they've ever seen me, which is really good. And
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
gorgeous.
sweet.
Hey, brother, you do know that you can reach out to your real estate agent and ask that the landlord replace the oven. Yeah, you do know that is a right of any renter.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But guess how long it took? I'm not putting any shade on the real estate, but it took how long?
7 weeks.
Holy smokes!
For what?
To get a replacement oven.
Oven. No, the fella came yesterday and he literally spent 3 minutes, ripped it out, rewired it, put it back in, it was done.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least you're up and away now.
I wonder if it's your neighbours who are tapping into their drug lab.
Yeah, they've blown
That's
out
why
the power of the neighbourhood by running
That's
their
why your
their
oven's
meth
not
lab.
working.
Complete factory.
Oh, well, this is so great.
And how do you feel about him, Carly? What really stands out as your favourite qualities about our George?
He's just very nice and very kind and very good at communicating, I think is my 3 favourite things about George.
Oh, that's nice.
Does he talk about things that are uncomfortable though, like his feelings, or is he's just when you say communicating? What do you mean?
Like, I feel like some people don't know how to talk to each other and then that's how fights happen. But
Good.
That's very
don't-
true.
and we just talk and we don't really fight, do we?
No, we just talk about anything and how we're feeling and how our day was. And
I wish
Yeah,
that
I mean,
worked
no-
for us.
We just have sex a lot, so that's our form of communication.
I think you're dreaming.
Yeah, I'm completely dreaming. Don't worry about that.
Keep making TikToks.
That's I'm too busy making videos with my kids. That's for sure.
Oh, well, I can
Oh,
even
this is
see
good.
like the love between you. It's really sweet. George, what's your 3 favourite things about Carly?
She is just her. Like, she hasn't changed from day one. She's beautiful. And I love her smile. It's the first thing that I noticed about her when I walked into the movies. I'm like, that is a bloody good smile. And if I can see that every day or most days, I'd be pretty chuffed with life.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
this is
that's
bloody
so nice. And the fact, can I just ask, when you get nuggets, I missed it, but do you both get the same flavour sauce?
interesting.
You do?
Got to go sweet and sour sauce, I think.
Oh my
Controversial.
God. I know.
You guys are made for one another.
We go barbecue.
Yeah, totally barbecue.
Yeah. I couldn't.
She
No
couldn't-
offense.
She couldn't be with someone who
No,
had sweet and sour.
no,
but you know,
no.
you
But,
do you.
you know,
You
yeah.
guys do you.
Can I just ask, have you gone out for dinner anywhere other than McDonald's or Red Rooster or pizza and George needs to order his steak at all?
Oh, yeah. What was that place along the river we went to?
We went to a lovely cocktail bar along the river, but I make sure the restaurants that we go to are places that don't have the option of ordering hard meats to order, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I don't like ordering complex foods.
Yeah. So we're alluding here to the first time that we went out and had a meal with George, and
Took him out for a special lunch.
Yep.
Yep.
Just to say thank you for being a part of this podcast and the wonderful work that he does.
And he was eating a protein diet, I think, at that point. Yeah, high protein.
So I
no
got a
carbs.
steak and he got a steak, you know. I mean, and when the waiter came over to ask him how he would like his steak, George answered, "Cooked, thank you," which was as cute as hell.
It was so unexpected and so cute.
It was so cute.
I haven't been telling that story, but thank you for sharing that on the podcast.
It's so good. It's so
It's a
good.
public forum. Thank you.
Not medium rare, not medium, not well done.
We actually think of you every single time we ever order a steak when we're out.
Every time.
Yeah. So, yeah, you are.
That's an imprint that you left on our heart.
Yeah.
It's one for the times. Yeah, it's really good. How do you guys go with working together? Because I don't know, we've done a few demo podcasts together, and I'm not saying we're going into competition with It's All True, we're in competition with ourselves, but how the hell do you do a podcast when you live together? I feel like that's really challenging.
Well, you're doing it right now.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, look, it's working together is a different dynamic, so you have to get used to because things that you like in someone in a relationship, the dynamic changes when you are now working together. So some people have higher expectations and pile a lot of pressure onto you, and don't suffer fools.
And some people don't
and have zero
prepare
tolerance
very much
for difference. And some people, not pointing or naming names, just become assholes when you're working together. So
some people slurp their coffee really
there
loud and it
is
gets
that.
very irritating.
Yeah,
at
there is
times,
that.
but,
So just be prepared that if you didn't notice cracks in the relationship before, they will
Definitely.
Just come out now.
Yeah.
bubble to the surface pretty darn quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we could be called It's All Fake.
Yeah. It's not. It's all not true. Yeah. Oh, this is cute.
Grant
Well,
spent ages putting like these this mood lighting, we have to mention it, this mood lighting behind just specifically for this episode.
Yeah.
Yep. Carly, it's just for you.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Such a pity that you couldn't get it installed in this very room. We just got to look at it on a screen.
I know. You got to look at it behind Grant's head. It's this purple light. And I was trying to take a photo of the camera setup to send through to you, and something happened. Quick, hit the scary.
What happened?
In the photo, I had a big purple Z across my eyes.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's like those things when you don't notice it until you see the photo back and something's there that wasn't there before.
So
It
weird.
was one of those.
And do you
Is it
know?
alluding to like Z? I don't know, a zebra or something that starts with Z?
I'll pull the photo up. Very odd. And we've also had this other odd thing happen today where Sunday, when she woke up from her sleep, she said there was a bad man in the cupboard.
Did she say bad man or just scary man? She was. a bit
I've
scared.
left, guys. I've left.
Scary man. Sorry, she said scary man. She said scary man in the cupboard with big hands.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Hit the scary.
That's odd.
So we think there's a presence with us at the moment. We're trying to figure out whether it's friend or foe. Can you? Oh, you can't. I won't be.
Kind of see that. Yeah, that's a very. It's not even
Won't be in,
subtle.
won't be
It's
in
just like there's a
focus
Z.
because there's no focal point over there.
Well, you keep
it won't
saying that,
adjust focus.
so help move my hand so it is in focus. Grant.
No,
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a big Z across my eyes.
yeah. It's
You know
weird.
what's doing things for me, and I'm sorry, Carly, and I'm sorry, Shezzy, but that light behind your head, Grant, is making me horny.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's got some club vibes going on. The lights sort of changing in the background, creating just a fun party atmos, don't you reckon?
Absolutely.
Just a couple of shardies and a little string quartet by the side, and that'll be a nice night out if you don't.
Get your
ask me
neighbours
to
in,
have one,
and have a bit of meth.
have
Then there'll be only 3 sleeps till Christmas.
I have some more questions, sorry, to bring this back. So you're trying to work together doing a podcast together, and how's that going? Because you guys are just like skipping hurdles here. You met, you held hands, pashed, and then showed your sea slug or something on the first date. What the? Then that's what George said.
Oh, my sea snake, yes.
A sea snake, yeah. Not slug.
I'll be back.
My mistake. And then you're straight into move in, like Mrs. Bumnugget has been stalking you, so you're
Researching
and
him.
you're living together, and we're 6 months in, and you're now talking about you've got half a baby from this. I don't know what that means. You better explain that in a minute.
I don't think I want to know.
And now you're working together. What is next?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty clear. Straight after this episode, we're getting married.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You guys will be grandparents by the end of next week. That's how fast this relationship is moving.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
In the nursing home right now, actually.
It's like relationships just in fast forward. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, they get on.
No, when you
really
know,
well.
you know.
You do. That's how you
That's
felt.
been our motto, right?
Yep.
When you know, you know.
When you
and
know,
it's
you
just
know.
been a bloody good time.
Is this the first time you've been in love, George?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this the first time you've been in love, Bum Nugget? I feel like I'm turned into my mum.
Well, I was just going to say, sorry, but quickly before we go on, this is like meeting my parents because you are my second parents, my mentors, my mentals. This is a really big moment. So,
I'm getting wheezy.
So what was your question?
Sorry.
have you been in love before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think we both know what we wanted coming into this. So
Yeah, learn from the past.
yeah.
What is that? What is it that you wanted? Without you don't have to share anything that's too personal, something that's a no-go zone, but whatever you feel comfortable with.
Oh, she's got a cheeky grin on. This we might need the bleeper.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Just someone who's nice and respected me, I think was the biggest thing that I wanted.
He
So
looks
that's
like
nice.
he adores you.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
he's a bit of a teddy bear. Why do you call her the cougar?
Is she older?
She is older.
By,
Yeah.
by how much? Not that age
I'm
matters.
turning 22 this year, and Carly is turning 26 this year.
Oh, that's cool. All right. A sophisticated older woman to show you the ways of the world, young man. That's a good thing.
Hey, I like it. I love a growl. A growl.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, God,
Whoa,
help
whoa, whoa.
That just
buddy.
went places, didn't
Jesus.
it? Carly, what star sign are you?
Oh, God.
I'm a Leo.
Ooh, so you like the stage. You like to take charge.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty shy, but until you get to know me, and then I feel like I'm center of attention after that.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cute.
I'm a Cancer.
I know. We know, George. We know you.
Cool. Okay.
Like we said, this is not about you, mate.
Yeah.
Look, no, we're super happy for the both of you.
Yeah, we are.
And look, I kind of feel bad, like we are putting unnecessary pressure on a brand new relationship. But this was your idea, not ours.
No, it was my idea.
No, it was up to George.
Oh yeah, it was up to George. But we wanted to meet you, Carly, because we'd heard so much about you, and George has been putting all these videos up with your beautiful face on his socials, and we just felt
he was like luminous. He was just glowing in every podcast that we've done since he met you. There was like a profound change in him, and we just needed to know what's behind the change and who's behind the change. And it's so nice to meet you. However, you were lying in bed. Was it you were reading him? What were you reading him?
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. Yeah, that situation looks somewhat torturous. I got to be honest. Is it? Do you guys do this a lot, where you just sort of just read the books at him?
Oh, well, I think I need to set the story straight because I was reading and he came in and he was like, oh, read it out loud.
Oh, this is
and
interesting.
So I read it out loud.
Okay.
Then he starts videoing himself falling asleep. I was like, it's all for the views. It's
he did it for the gram. George.
Busted.
He's a content creator. Yep.
Yes.
Look,
So he was faking. You were having a moment to yourself, reading your favourite book. He comes in, pretends to be bored out of his brain, and like you've instigated reading at him, and he just made up the whole scenario, manipulated it for his own benefit.
Yep.
Wow.
classic media guy, hey.
Yeah.
That's so classic. Does
But in
he?
saying that too, one thing that is true is the amount of farting this one does.
Oh, gee, I wouldn't have done that if I
So many
was you.
farts.
Oh, Carly's just turned a
Oh,
beautiful
dear.
shade of bright pink.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Don't worry, Carly. They talk about my flatulence as well. I don't know what they're talking about.
Our daughter said that this morning. It was very funny.
If I said what? About
You
my...
weren't around. Doesn't matter. I don't need to say it here.
Oh, you do now because
No,
I'm trying to
no,
save
mate.
my girl Carly here
No,
from
mate.
embarrassment. What did she say?
She was lamenting how often you
It's the pizza.
fart. Yeah, you say that when we haven't had pizza for a fortnight. It's the pizza.
Takes that long to process. I'm telling you.
There's nothing more beautiful than a fart, though. You can be in the most serious of situations and everybody will hear that little squeak or that massive pop,
Yeah.
and everybody's mood changes. Like, it's a pretty special thing to have in this world, a fart.
It's a good icebreaker. Yeah. Or when you're around like elderly people who have really bad hearing and they think they're just slipping out quiet ones, but they don't realise how loud they actually are. And the rest of us can all hear it, but they can't. That's pretty funny.
That happened. Remember that time I was heavily pregnant and I went up those stairs. I had to go up and get something for this neighbour, and every step I took,
Oh
I
my
went.
God, you did too.
I was like, oh God, that's embarrassing.
It was like,
And the next one,
it's like you were stepping on a frog each step.
yeah. Oh, it hasn't happened. But I did hear a lady the other day at the chemist when I was in there, and she bent over and she was like looking around going, oh, who did that? And I was thinking, well, it's either you or me, and
And it wasn't me.
I'll own it. I don't know where we're going with this.
I think, are we better than this on this podcast?
What do you mean?
Are we better than this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Fart stories. I wanted to talk about the first time you farted.
Oh, God.
And now I can't remember. All I can remember is the
I don't
first
remember
time the first time we kind of stayed over.
Yeah.
And
You'd obviously been holding it in for a good 48 hours. And
Oh,
you were
wow.
deep asleep. And it was the longest, slowest, continuous sound I think I've ever heard in my life. You must have been in so much pain when you had gone to sleep.
when
like
I
a
woke
truck
up,
horn.
it was like a very slow truck trying to go up the hill, Grant said. And he was so embarrassed for me.
It was
And he
weird.
like,
You were even changing gears. You were going up that hill. It was like, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And then when she woke up in the morning, I just couldn't wait to tell her. I was so excited because I thought, I don't mean to feel like you have to be a picture of perfection around me because that's not
Which I
real
was.
life, right? We've all got bodies, we've all got bodily functions. You know, it's a part of life, and I wanted you to feel comfortable that you could be yourself around me and not have to torture your own body to hold things in just to save face. So I was like, guess what happened last night? Guess what you did? Oh,
I was drinking a lot of champagne and Red Bull at that time because I had moved into an apartment by myself, and all my cupboards were, because I was newly single, and all my cupboards were full of champagne and Red Bull, and that produces a lot of gas.
Oh, does it?
You know, there's a really good
with the pizza.
technique for covering up a fart. And Carly, do you want to share that one?
Oh.
Oh,
Covering up a fart.
It's, all right, this is something
Lighting
for
a
everyone
match?
here. Yep.
The cheek pull.
You lay on your side and you pull one butt cheek up, and it just kind of goes.
Oh, rather than making sort of the trumpet sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the vibrations can't vibrate because there's
Yeah.
less friction.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, you've
Oh.
cleared the way for it to come on out.
Oh my God. I'm now picturing myself laying on my side and lifting one butt cheek up. I have a really good vibrating butt cheek. Like it reverberate.
You really do.
I really do.
Because when she jumps up and down, she can make her ass clap, like all the rappers.
Oh my God.
Rap about in their songs.
So to the three
Shezzy
listeners
can
who
do
were still with us, who have gone now, goodbye.
So next week we discuss how to solve the problem in Ukraine as we try to get this podcast back on some kind of intellectual level.
Oh, Carly, I've got so many questions to ask you. Do you like cats? Do you like dogs?
I'm more of a dog person.
Right.
You got a little pug, don't
Yeah,
you?
I've got a pug.
You got a pug? Oh my God, is the pug with you?
Oh, she lives back with my mum.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Theo. That's what you meant by you've got half a child. What?
Oh, the half a child comment. Yeah, I'm still a bit iffy on that too. I need to investigate that a bit more tonight.
Right. Okay. Oh, it's a weird wink there. Oh my God.
Ruthie.
So when are we going to meet you in person?
I think we're coming down in July, school holidays.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's fabulous. We'll have to do a live podcast. I love it.
Yeah, we're not going to hang out with you. We're just going to
We're just going to record
a
it.
podcast
We're going to
with
make you go for a run, and then we're going to drive through McDonald's drive-through. We're going to do it all over again.
Make sure we order meat from a restaurant,
Yep.
do a
Yes.
podcast, and that's it.
I'll have mine with gravy and cooked. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
for asking.
Steak, please.
What? Oh, I've got lots of questions, but I don't want to seem like I'm a bit of a bully. But
I think that that's clear to everyone that you are. So you just
no.
might as well
stop.
continue.
What's your favourite band or song?
I am a big One Direction girl
Nice. Yeah, a bit of fun.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
And what's
work.
your favourite song or band, George?
Oh, my favourite song or band. There's a guy on Spotify by the name of George Sargent who does a thing called Horseflips.
Oh, God, I've heard that song. Mate.
Yeah.
It's an absolute cracker.
Do you play it a lot when
It slaps.
when you're just hanging out at home?
In the earlier stages, I did, but Carly has a friend who may or may not have tested out the technique of horseflips.
Whoa!
By accident. She was very Christian, so I had no idea how to do it. And
Oh,
What?
and accidentally.
Blew into it like a trumpet.
Hold on, not on an actual horse.
No,
human.
Jesus Christ. Fuck, are you right?
I was just trying to work out.
We're talking about some...
So right. Did she get COVID? Because that was how the whole conversation started.
That was, that's right. When you came back from your musical class. and
Does
everyone had
horseflips-
COVID and we accused you, if you missed that episode, and this is all sounding pretty fucking weird right now. We're talking about George got COVID when he was at one of his musicals, and I said, what do you all guys do? You all just stand around and doing warm-ups with your lips, and I joked that that someone did it on your penis. I think that's how it happened, did I?
Yeah, it was a really off-the-cuff comment that somehow turned into a musical extraordinaire. And now people are out there innocently testing out that technique who aren't aware of how to actually do it.
Oh
Anyway,
my
look.
God. Well, you're
it's
doing a community service. At the end of the day, you're helping people discover themselves, fall in love with other people, engage in beautiful acts of connection.
She's a Christian.
Doesn't matter. We all have urges.
There were horses in the Bible.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
exactly.
Oh my God.
There were horses in the Bible. This is perfectly legit.
More of a donkey, but anyway.
Oh, is it different on a donkey?
It's not actually
No,
on an
I know,
animal.
I'm joking.
It's
I'm
horseflips is
joking.
this. It's a warm-up exercise for people in theatre and singers and stuff.
What would that actually feel like on your penis?
Oh my God, this is wrong.
Do you know the other day I went to my
Why am I,
kid's school?
for the first time in my life, the serious one who's disgusted with the topic today?
I don't know. I went to
The time has come, GD.
I went to my kid's school and one of the teachers asked me about vabbing. Remember that episode where we spoke about that? And she said, do people actually do that?
What was that?
Yeah, it's because
Dabbing.
vabbing, yeah.
What is it again?
vaginal
Sense of
dabbing.
your vagina on you. That's a sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's so wrong.
Oh, that's right.
Poor Carly. We've just absolutely annihilated your first time on the podcast with farting, vabbing.
Oh, we're
and-
talking about men having pheromones, weren't we? And then we're going, what's the women equivalent? And then,
Yes.
that's right. And vabbing came up.
Yeah.
I don't know who invented that, if that's an actual thing, but
Not trying it.
I want to apologise for where this podcast has gone today.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Carly's just booked the removalist truck. She's leaving me now.
Bye.
If your relationship ends as of this afternoon, I take no responsibility.
Hey, we've got a lovely memory to listen back to, this podcast.
Oh, poor Carly. Hey, Carly, why do you
It's
like
not
hair
hate-
TikToks? I want to
Okay,
have
yeah.
a girl chat.
Oh,
with
yeah. What's
Carly.
all that about?
Yeah.
They're just calming. I just like to do my own thing and was scrolling. And I think when you like something, it pushes more of it through.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
And then he just happened to see it one night, and it was like every 3 or 4 videos was something about hair. So
Have you gone through his TikTok? What is the algorithm pushing him?
there was something about like things humans shouldn't see, and it was
Oh.
like deep sea monsters and stuff.
Our podcast popped up.
Deep sea monsters.
A lot of conspiracy stuff in there.
Yeah, I've got a lot in mine as well. I've got a lot in mine.
We've got a Sunday sesh to do about that, I think. Oh, well, a quickie anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Carly, welcome to the family. It's a dysfunctional one.
As you have gathered by now. But this is like you've heard a few eps, have you, Carly?
Yeah, he's made me out like I was like some stalker, but I just enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like banging for you.
Yeah, listen to the first few seasons, and now here we are, just vibing on a chat together.
Does it feel
Love, baby.
Does it feel weird, now that you've kind of met him and you realise that he wasn't a chronic masturbator, that it was just a really poor joke by Grant to make George really...
She thought it was a joke.
I call him just George now because he is
Just
just
George.
George. Aren't you?
I didn't put you off about all the things that I made up and said about him in those early days.
No, I thought it was funny. So
Okay, good. Thank God.
She likes a guy who has tissues surrounding his bed, apparently.
And Vaseline.
And blow up dolls.
Well, we feel privileged that we're a part of the dawn of something beautiful. So thank you for giving us a little window into your lives. I know it's early days, but we wish you well, and let us be wonderful examples of great relationships. We've been together for 13 years now, and it feels
No,
like
we haven't been
75.
We've been married for 13 years.
Whatever, shut up. And
like
you
you
too
always
could
get
be
this
as
wrong.
good as us.
Yeah.
We said we're coming for you. It's all fake. The podcast on a rival network.
Knocking us down the charts as we start tumbling down because there's some new kids on the block with a very similar name with far less obscene content. Thank you so much, Carly. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, thank you,
Lovely to meet
Carly.
you both too.
Thanks for looking after our boy and making him feel loved and special and acknowledged and seen and heard and nurtured. We appreciate everything you do, and we hope you feel the same in return.
Of course I do. It's great.
Yay.
No,
She really wanted to kiss me, but it's okay. It's fine.
Not with that
Later.
seedy mo.
no, that's just... Are you keeping the mo for Carly?
I'm keeping it for Carly and also for me. I like the look.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It does make you look very grown up.
How good's love, guys?
Love
How good
is
is it?
great.
I love.
We do.
It's an absolute pleasure. Will you guys go off and
No,
bake some baking goods together in your newly functioning oven?
Yeah, I'm keen for that.
Yeah.
Make a TikTok.
I'm feeling like nothing but an apron on, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
Grant's been cooking. He's been cooking pizza at our place.
Yeah, I've got a little pizza oven thing maker.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
I've been getting super gourmet with it. I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. Starting to get the skills cracking. And I know I'm starting on a low base with just pizza, but
We now call him Grant Jamie Oliver.
yep, that's right, guys. That's
Yep.
right. Gonna put some mushrooms on it. You're gonna love it. You come around about 6:30. Make sure you bring nice red wine. Pair it with me pizza, and you guys I love you guys. Thanks for turning up. This meal changed my life, and I really hope it changes yours too.
Oh my God, Kermit and Jamie Oliver, you are super uber talented.
I know.
I love it.
We need a date night from you two as well. Just record, get that phone out and just record one of your date nights. I'd love to hear the comparison.
It'll go like this. I fucking hate your guts, is what she says to me. And so I just want you to know, if I ever go missing, if I'm literally, no one knows where I am, I just want you to know one thing. She's murdered me. Call the cops.
There will be no trace.
Yeah.
I tell you. If I ever murder you, there will be no trace.
My wife watches way too many serial killer TV shows.
I Am
and
Killer.
It's alarming.
Mm-hmm. I watched that. Remember, I was pregnant. I was like sitting there with the pork crackles. Watching. I was like looking. I was so
You know why
lime.
she was eating pork crackles? You know why she was eating pork crackles? Because pork is the closest thing to human skin, you sicko.
Look at their faces. They think that we're real. We're just
we're not.
joking.
Mum and Dad aren't
No,
funny.
no,
We're
no,
not
no,
funny.
no.
Just-
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Where's playing?
We believe you.
Oh.
It's
Right.
like when you see continue watching I Am a Killer on Netflix or continue watching How to Get Away with Murder. And you're like, oh, okay, Mum. Good go, you.
What does your Google history say? How to fake someone's will? That's weird.
That's odd.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, did you catch that? I thought I deleted that history.
Right, you two.
We love you. It's all true.
Love you too.
Go and enjoy life, lovebirds. All the very best. We'll see you soon. Bye.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya.
Bye bye. See you next time.